In my practice, maybe it's also useful to say what I mean by MEL. So for me, it's how we make sense of how systems are changing. So a strategy or an initiative that's seeking to shift systems, how's it actually working and how does it make a difference? Along that journey, opening up plural forms of understanding, centering lived experience and the stories of those who are part of the processes of change we're interested in, but in particular, those who might have been excluded historically from processes of making sense. That is both the right thing to do. It supports more democratic forms of knowledge creation. It supports social justice agendas, decolonization. But equally important, I think, is that it's a good and useful thing to do because it helps us to see systems from within. So with that preamble, what I want to do now is share with you two propositions. So the first proposition is that MEL remains a very methodologically dogmatic space. And we tend to start with what is the method I must use and think about rigor as related to that method alone. And that comes with this very dark colonial history of narrow evidence hierarchies that remain extremely entrenched in a lot of the discussions around evaluation. But there is some hope if we ground ourselves in values, and so through that redefine what good enough looks like, what quality looks like, then we might actually be able to open up MEL processes to include a broader set of system actors. My second proposition is that if we appreciate that MEL is very often an invited space, then I think we can have more honest conversations about how to build meaningful participation within those invited spaces. If we are inviting people into a process, then the attention needs to be as much on us and the way in which you set up the conditions for meaningful participation, as much as it does on thinking about how power, whether it's visible or invisible or hidden, actually influences then the quality of engagement in that invited space.